What is good, everybody? Today we're playing Swim It to Win It with the Slosher. Thought the weapon was a perfect choice for this challenge because, you're gonna get a bunch of movement speed and, I can run up to people and two-tap people. Although I'm not sure how much speed you get. Okay, I see everyone's running very quick. That's actually really funny to see. Okay, anyways, I want to take this opportunity to talk about other stuff, what I've been doing in my free time. Okay, let's talk about the Fallout show because this one surprised me the most. Okay, this is a first for the channel, but yes, I am a Fallout fan. My first encounter of Fallout was when I was a little kid watching my favorite YouTubers play Fallout 3 and, seeing them make decisions and then learning about, like, hey, you could be a bad person or a good person, and that was very cool. You could be your own, like, your role playing, basically. And, your decisions impact any in the game. Or, some situations like nuking the whole town. Very funny stuff right there. And of course, I eventually got to play the games myself. New Vegas is the best one. I highly recommend that one. And this is the game I also recommend to people trying to get into the series. Okay, as for the show, I must say that I wasn't really interested in watching it at first. Most video game adaptations to live action or movies don't really end up that well, and I was expecting the same thing for Fallout. But my cousin told me, hey, the Fallout show's actually doing good, and I was like, oh really? And then we just went to check it out. So there I was watching the show, and I have to be honest, it was a very slow start for me because the series had to explain like how the world became apocalyptic, and showcase the factions, the main characters. Stuff I already know about because I played this series, so yeah, that's how it was a slow start. And also, I was not interested with the main characters. There's 3 of them, but as the series progresses, you get to see their ambitions, their goals, and each one represents a route you can take in the game. The evil path, or, the good path. Or the fish out of water narrative portrayed by Lucy in the series, which basically is like the player's point of view when they first start the game, because you're going to get accustomed to the world, and yes, you're going to do some messed up stuff along the way. The wasteland changes you, basically. And they did a good job portraying that, and that's why I like Lucy a lot. But my favorite character is actually the Ghoul, because that's actually the path I usually take with the Fallout series, the evil route. And the Ghoul is just a cowboy of the wasteland, which honestly is very cool. And yes, he gunned down everyone he sees, because he invested a lot into his perception and bats. You literally see him like choose a body part he wants to shoot off, which is a great reference to the Fallout games. So yeah, I like the show, I highly recommend watching it. They did a good job capturing the game. And I feel a lot of people who've never played a Fallout game will be interested in the show, because the concept of the world going to a nuclear fallout and people adapting to it is very interesting. Questions like, how can we survive a nuclear fallout? How do we move on? What's going to happen to the world? Questions like these make the world very interesting. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Fallout show, and I can't wait for the second season because they're going to an interesting place I mentioned earlier. Now, let's talk about a different show, X-Men 97. Now, I do have to mention that I don't remember watching the original show. I was probably too little to remember, but I do remember the theme song. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Yeah, a lot of people bring up the theme song. It's really good. And, that's also the reason why I decided to watch the show, because a lot of people had good memories of their childhood watching it. And, this whole entire new season, or new show, is just a follow-up of the old show. Also, the art style of the show and animation looks clean AF. And yeah, that's the reason why I decided to watch the show. As a newcomer to the show, I would say that I actually adapted pretty quick to the show. It's pretty straightforward what was happening, and how the characters were, trying to live on with what happened. And also, I fell in love with the characters as well. Like Wolverine, Cyclops, those characters I already knew about, but that didn't really matter because the rest of the characters I actually immediately liked too, like Rogue, Jubilee, and especially Gambit. I really like what they did with Gambit. If you watch the show, you know. I was left stunned, by the way, after I watched that. Continuing on, the show isn't done yet. Super excited what to happen next. Still gotta catch up to one episode though. I'm watching it with my brother, that's why. So we both have to make time to watch it. Now, the concept or narrative of mutants not being sensitive to society was very interesting to me. And also the first time I heard this, which makes sense because I'm not a big Marvel fan. I only know Spider-Man, the Avengers, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. And most of these heroes like Spider-Man and Hulk have mutant powers, and a lot of citizens like them. Although I'm pretty sure the original show probably go over this more. And obviously I'm a new person, so I'm like missing some parts here. But yeah, that was very interesting to see still. Overall, I like the show. Glad that I pick it up. And I also highly recommend it if you're also new to the series because it's very friendly to newcomers. And thanks to the show, now I'm doing a lot of research on the characters like Cyclops. Now I know what's going to happen later on. And also more excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, last thing I want to share. I've been playing Wind Waker modded, 2 players with my cousin. We've been breaking the game and it's been very fun. I like 2-player mods. I play a 2-player mod on Smart Sunshine, Pikmin 1 and 2. And it changes the game a lot. A new perspective to play the game. So yeah, I love those mods. And yeah, that's everything I want to say. Bye.